And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, live on the Philippe Matthews Show, our first live show. I'm so excited to be with you. Thank you for being with us. Everybody tuning in now, literally all over the world. I'm super stoked and excited to have the guest that I have on the show today. I'm really excited to welcome Mica Parris, who is a phenomenal gift to the music industry, as well as her producers, CEO and Debo, better known as the Dramatics. Mica was born to a Haitian mother and a Native American father, which is why she is so fine. And comes from was born in what is it, Santa Rosa, I believe it was, Mica, and then moved to Portland.
Yes.
Let's start with you, Mica. I think it was like, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago, whatever, we had you on the radio show. And I was so excited because one of my favorite shows, as well as my sweetheart, is The Voice. And I found out that you won NBC's internet version of The Voice, the Star on the Rise. Talk to us about that. Tell us about that entire sequence and how crazy that was. And you got a chance to go to New York and hang out with songstress Monica.
Yeah, that experience was amazing. To be honest, I heard about the contest via Twitter. That's why I love Twitter so much because it's helped me so much in my music career. She tweeted and said, if you want to win a 1 hour mentoring session with me, click here. I clicked there and she had posted about 1 minute prior, and I set up a profile on ourstage.com where I submitted the song, and I ended up submitting the wrong song, which is really funny because very few people know that. They're like, well, why? What do you mean the wrong song? Once I realized you could submit more than once, I was like, honey, I'm gonna submit more than once. So I came back around to submit the song that I actually intended to go first. The way it uploaded the opposite way, and it was too late. The contest is closed. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? It's okay. If they like it, they'll go back to my profile and they'll hear both songs. Well, about a week later, I get a phone call, and Radio 1 was contacting me on my cell phone. They're like, we've been trying to get a hold of you. You know, we want to let you know you're the runner-up. And so they tricked me, made me think I was the runner-up, and they had me on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show as the runner-up. But then they announced that I actually won on the show. Monica was on the line. They played my song on 51 Radio 1 radio stations. And then about a couple months later, they flew me out to New York. I got to be on 106 and Park in the audience. I got to go to exclusive behind the scenes interviews with Monica. I got to meet Brandy. I got to do a mentorship with Monica. Radio 1, they gave me like a tour of New York. I was there for about 3 days. It was an all expense paid, you know, with a guest trip. It was like a dream come true. It was like they just whisked me away, and all of a sudden it was just everything was happening at once. And ourstage.com did a beautiful feature on me, which is a blessing. And it really launched my, you know, my career. It helped me start some things, helped me see things a little bit differently, and opened my eyes that, you know, there are great platforms out there for independent artists to win contests and to get started.
That is awesome. Now, you, of course, have been singing for quite a period of time. Is it true that you started when you were like 3 years old?
Yeah, I started singing when I was 3, and my mom used to always be like, you know, be quiet, because she thought it was just noise, and I'm just screaming. And then by the time I was like maybe 5 years old, I was writing my own songs on the way to church with my mom, and I always be like, Mom, what you think about this? How does this sound? And that's when I started singing, and I think I had my first solo in kindergarten. I was 5 years old, and my teacher stopped the whole class, and we were singing like a song, I think a Pledge of Allegiance to our Christian flag. It was a private Christian school. The teacher was like, everybody stop, and it was in the middle of the song. And she's like, everybody stop, Mika, sing it by yourself. And I thought I was in trouble. So I was like, no. And she's like, just sing it by yourself. I'm like, no, I'm in trouble. And she's like, no, you're not, just sing it by yourself. So I sing it by myself, and she's like, I'm gonna make sure that you have the next solo.
That's incredible. Now, before I bring on CEO and DB, let's talk about your music video and your track, Wings. Is that one of the tracks that you submitted to The Voice, or did that come after?
That was the song that I submitted.
Where did you write that song, or how did that song come to be? Because it's an incredible piece of work that we're going to tell everybody where they can go and download it and where they can experience it.
Well, thank you. And I co-wrote it. I co-wrote it with the Night Owl Boys. They're out of Oklahoma, and they work with so many people in the industry. They're very talented. And so, yes, I co-wrote that song with them. And yeah, the video is out right now. It's on my YouTube. So if you type in Mica Parris Wings, that's Micaparris, and then the word wings afterwards, you will find the music video that you can listen to. And that's the song that helped me win NBC's The Voice Artist on the Rise. It was chosen by Monica herself.
That's phenomenal. Now, Mica Parris is also, there's two R's in Paris, right?
Yes.
Got it. Now, I don't know if you guys were involved in this track that Mica has. Mica, you have a track called Copy Paste Me.
Yes.
I guess, was that like social media? Where did that come from? Where did that title come from, and how did you come up with it? That's one of your latest tracks.
Okay, so not everybody knows, but since Wings and since the whole NBC's contest, I actually lost about 40 pounds. So I posted up a new photo on my social media, and a producer who was actually in the industry, he actually texted me and was like, whoa, I haven't been on Twitter in a while, you know, I'm requesting that picture to my phone like a joke, you know. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That happens so much to women. Like, if you're talking to a man or somebody, they're always going to be like, hey, send me a picture. And sometimes girls are like, I just met you. Like, no, I'm not going to do that yet. You know, so I'm thinking.
Said it all creepy like, hey,
Yeah, right.
So when he said that to me.
Are you sure that we're talking about Facebook or something else, Mica?
Y'all, see, this is 3 against 1. That's not fair. So when he said that to me, I was just like, you better right-click and copy-paste, because that's the only way you're going to get it to your phone. And then he was like, whoa, no one's ever stunted on me like that. And I was in the middle of songwriting when I got the text, and I had a block. I was like, I don't know what to write about. And as soon as I got done texting him, I was like, I'm going to call this song. I was going to call it Right Click and Copy Paste. I said, that is too damn long. So I was like, so I'm like, I'll just call it Copy Paste Me. And so, yes, it's produced by the Dramatics. I literally wrote that song in like 20 minutes. And we went in the studio, knocked it out in like 2 hours. It's actually on my YouTube right now. You can listen to it. It's called Copy Paste Me. So if you just type in Mica Parris, Micaparris, and then Copy Paste Me, you'll see the song produced by the Dramatics. They did an awesome job. It was the song wrote itself. You know, I had a great foundation.
Mica, I remember, and I'm telling my age now, but I remember years ago interviewing the late Phyllis Hyman, and I asked her the same question, and she says, oh, I don't listen to anybody because she says I'm kind of like a chameleon. If I listen to somebody else, I'll end up sounding like them. Who do you listen to, and how do you develop your sound so you don't sound like anybody else?
Growing up and just loving music and loving pop music, and pop music, I mean popular music. I used to always listen to Destiny's Child. I used to always listen to Janet Jackson. But the thing is that I can have that chameleon sense because I also took classical voice training. So I can, if someone's standing right next to me and they're like completely blend with my voice where it's only one voice, it doesn't matter my unique tone and their unique tone, I will sound exactly like them. And that's because I was trained that way, because in choral, you can't have two voices. It needs to sound like one voice even if there's 20 girls in the soprano section. I was trained that way, so I understand that answer in that regard. But yeah, I used to really listen to pop culture, but now so much so, I don't really listen to anybody in particular. If a new song came out like a Monday or Tuesday, I go look at the charts and I'm like, okay, who came out today? Because I want to see what's popping, because eventually we're going to be there. So we need to know what's going on. But in terms of who do I need to listen to, no, I don't listen to anybody. I get my inspiration, I guess, in songwriting or in vocal tone or creativity, just with the foundation. So if the Dramatics send me something and their foundation gives me a feeling, I go off of that. Or maybe I'm talking about something that happened in my day, or, you know, like a copy paste me, that literally happened. Or I literally pull all of my inspiration from within. It's usually intrinsic. Or usually if it's out in nature.
Let's talk about some of the projects that you're working on. You are working with, Mica, you're working with Skylar Jett and the Jimi Hendrix Project. I mean, you're doing a lot of heavyweight stuff. How did, and I believe Skylar is with the Commodores, is that right?
Yeah, he was formerly with the Commodores right after Lionel left.
How did that come about, and what are you doing with them now?
Actually, I met Skylar Jett through the Dramatics. So they were working with him because they met him through somebody, and then I think they mentioned my name or something, played him some of my tracks, and then we connected on Facebook, social media. Hey now. And
I guess I feel like we need to send a shout out to Facebook. I don't know why I feel that way.
Shout out.
You know what? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Changed my life.
Go ahead, Mica. I'm sorry.
No,
I had a moment.
You good. And Twitter. Thanks, Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget Twitter. Gotta love Twitter.
Right. Instagram.
Let's list them all out.
I don't talk to Twitter.
Because you're on everything. I swear to God. There is no spot on social media spaces that you are not.
You got to be everywhere. You got to.
Mica, are you working on any new projects? You know, obviously you've got this, but I know there's a lot of, we kind of talked before the show started, and you've got a lot of great things coming down the pike that you're getting ready to introduce to social media. And let's talk a little bit about that and what you have coming up. You've got some new management and some new things in the works. What's going on?
Yeah, I actually did just sign a contract with Mics and Models Management, and it actually is the same management as the Dramatics. I've been knowing Azim, the CEO, for some years now, and he also has a lot of influence in reality television, in terms of Oxygen, VH1, Basketball Wives, and Bad Girls Club, and things like that, as well as movies, Netflix, and even, beyond. I could keep going. He touches on everything, but manages everything very well. And that's really helped me in terms of like a direction, which I needed. I think all artists need that type of push in the right direction. So that's helped me. So I am working on a project. The Dramatics have produced a lot of that project. Also together, we're also working on writing for other artists. They're doing their own writing too. I'm doing my own writing for other artists. We've also placed some records in some independent films that we're really excited about. So once that comes out, we'll give you guys all the information. Currently, I think we just wrote for a reality star. The show is about to air coming up next month. So once we are given the clear, we'll give all the information out so you guys can check her out. She's a dope artist. She needs all your support. And yeah, I do have a lot of projects coming out. I actually just was writing 2 songs last night. One with Jimmy. Jimmy Kendricks actually just reached out to me, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And his team, they just started a label in January. They are interested in working with different talent. And Jimmy Kendricks is a 6-time Grammy-winning producer. He's produced everyone from Ashanti to Styles P, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Patti LaBelle, everybody that you could possibly think of. He has hits galore. So if you look up his discography and then look up it's Street Radio is the label and the music group that he has. They have some big things going on. So when he hit me up, I was like, this ain't happening. Okay, when can I wake up? Because this is a joke, you know. But I've been writing to his stuff, so I'm really excited to let them hear and let the Dramatics hear, you know, to what I've written to the new production that I've received, and I'll let the world hear soon once I get it all the way done.
Let me ask you this now. You know, as an independent artist, is it just as difficult in terms of creating not just the sound, but creating your look, having a certain look, a certain image? I know that you went through, I guess I would say, a dramatic body image change. I mean, you look phenomenal. Is that equally as important as the music or as an independent artist?
I think what's more important is to be healthy and to be comfortable in your own skin. I was comfortable in my own skin, 40 pounds heavier, but the music that I was trying to do, when you're jumping around and bouncing around stage, you got to think about those things, you know? And I'm just being real with it. This is live TV, right? So let's be real. Okay, so, and just to be honest with you, I'm gonna be straight up honest. A lot of A&Rs were like, you're beautiful, you can sing, you can songwrite, that's dope. You're just a little bit too heavy, and no one really knew why I was heavy. I was heavy because I got into a car accident, totaled my car, and I almost died, and I got an injury, and that made me gain weight because I couldn't wear high heels, I couldn't work out, I couldn't do a lot of those things. I had to go through physical therapy. So I was like, you know what, that's not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna get on stage, I'm still gonna perform, I'm still gonna write, I'm still gonna do all that. So I'm going through this, and it's a challenge, and I'm struggling, but I didn't care. And so finally, when I got to the point where I was semi-healed, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the gym and I'm just gonna work out. And so I did, and in about 3 months, 40 pounds later, I'm back to what I was before. So does it help? Yeah. Am I still finding my body image and the look that I'm looking for as an artist? Absolutely, because this weight loss is fresh. It's fresh for people who are following me, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better. And eventually, I want to do a weight loss campaign for people, because they keep asking me what I did, and I really just worked out and ate right. Like, I didn't do any supplements or anything. I did try those wraps though, and they do be working, okay? But that's all that I did. And yeah, I wanna help other people be healthy as they watch my music journey.
Mica, I know you're involved doing something with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, I just met somebody from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they were telling me about their event, and I asked them just literally randomly, I was like, do you have entertainment? And she said, I'm not sure. Let me contact the marketing director. The marketing director contacted me and said, hey, I hear you're interested. I said, absolutely, I want to donate my time. So the Make-A-Wish Foundation had a event in conjunction with H&R Block, and H&R Block raised $40,000 for these children who have terminal illness. So basically, to give a child their dream come true, I believe it costs about $5,000. So they were able to help 8 children get their wish. And so I was just so honored to just donate my time. Like, I've always wanted to find a way to donate my time and still, entertain people with something that I can do, and I can give back. That's one way I know that I can give back. And they were so willing and welcoming and open, and it was an honor, and it was great to learn more about the foundation as well.
Fantastic. Give us, I don't know if you guys have websites, but I know you got a lot of social media spaces. Give people a way to get in contact with you for your foundation, for your music, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, or whatever you prefer.
You can find all of my stuff, anywhere. If you just, you could actually just type in MICA PARRIS. On Google, you'll find my Reverb Nation, my SoundCloud, my Facebook, both personal, and you'll also find my Facebook fan page. You'll find my YouTube, which is Petra Pilar. You'll find my Twitter, my Instagram. You'll find everything. You'll also find my music video. So y'all look out for new music from Mica Parris. That's MICA PARRIS. I need that bouncing ball when I'm spelling.
Before we leave, I want to ask you this question, and I'm gonna start with you, Mica, and then DB and CEO, you can bounce in there. For those who are watching right now, I'm sure there are a lot of young artists out there, especially young female artists that are out there that want to get started, that have a voice, but have absolutely, as you said earlier, no opportunity because they don't have the money to do it. What advice would you give a young artist, a young talent that's gifted, that has a dream of getting into the industry? What should they do?
Hone in on your craft, and I mean that not just by practicing and taking voice lessons or piano lessons or being able to read music, because that is great, and I think everybody should learn that, but I think you should also do the research. If you're trying to get into an industry and you're trying to make it, like DB and the Dramatics said, it's 90% business. So learn the business, get some books, go to the library, get on the internet, go to Google. Everything is at your fingertips one way or another. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. So if you do your research, that's going to help you hone in on your craft and say, okay, if I can really do it, this is exactly how I need to do it. So then you know each step. Get to know people who are in good situations, who are good people, who can help you. But when someone's trying to help you, make sure that you can help them. It needs to be a give and take relationship, because that's how it works in the industry. Nothing is free. There are no free lunches. But if you play your cards right and you keep God first, or keep your faith first and your belief first, then you'll make it.
I absolutely thank you so much for being on our first live show. Mica, I love you. CEO DB, you are phenomenal.
Thank
Want to
you.
have you guys come back on as many times as you wish to be on. You guys are considered a family. Again, I
Well,
want to extend a shout out.
tell us you love us.
Huh?
No, he only loves me. He only loves this one. He only loves this face right here.
I think I owe you guys some cigars and some scotch too,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Kids don't drink and drive and don't do drugs. Just
Right,
cigar.
especially when you're watching the Philippe Matthews show. Do not do any of those things. After which, if you're of age, well, go ahead. This is the Philippe Matthews Show on Google Hangouts Live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See us again in a couple of weeks. We're going to have another phenomenal guest on. And check us out, of course, on Facebook, on Twitter, The PM Show. .tv is the web address. The PM Show is the extension for Facebook and Twitter. Love you guys. God bless. We'll talk again soon.
And I can't believe I thought I'd feel that way forever.
I just got off the air with the Philippe Matthews Show, and it was so much fun. It was like talking with family. I had the Dramatics, my production team, on there, and we were all talking about everything that we have going on that some people may not have known about. So I want you guys to stay tuned to what's going on between me, Mica Parris, and the Dramatics, as well as the Philippe Matthews Show, and look out for new music from Mica Parris.